This week on Gridlife Digest, we're talking PC gaming, PewDiePie's major slip up, and what video game character would be improved if they were played by Mark Wahlberg next. Welcome, listeners, to episode 9 of Gridlife Digest, the culture and gaming podcast. My name is Noah Frescott, and joining me this week is Elijah Shaw.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left.
Damn. We're getting deep this week, and Mike Benfett.
I don't have a cool intro like Eli, but
I don't think we can beat that. Unfortunately, everyone step it up.
He's brought some to a whole new level of greatness.
I'm bringing intros back.
No, I appreciate that.
Fire.
We all need to step it up.
Fire.
So, every Wednesday, each of us chooses a topic for conversation, and we recommend a piece of media for the group and audience to check out. You can get the show on iTunes, YouTube, and Google Play every Wednesday. And be sure to check out gridlifedigest.com to see all the content in one place. Now, I say YouTube, but apparently last week, the upload on the YouTube video stopped at 61% and never got further. And I just haven't gotten the chance to re-upload it yet because it takes forever. So I will fix that before this one goes live. Really sorry, it's super annoying. YouTube, just uploading files in general is a giant pain in the ass. Like, it took me 3 or 4 times to get the audio version uploaded for this last episode. It's a giant pain in the ass. But while you're at it, follow us on all of our social media platforms at Gridlife Digest on Twitter and at Gridlife Digest Pod on Facebook and Instagram, so you never miss what's happening. I keep meaning to post on the Instagram more. It just hasn't happened yet. So housekeeping. There's no housekeeping. So what have you guys been playing?
I've been playing Destiny 2.
Yeah, boy.
For the past, ever since it came out.
Just straight, nothing else?
Yeah, nothing else. I mean, I played like a couple games of Mario Kart.
Because you have to.
But I wouldn't count that.
Okay. I'm in a similar boat where 95% of what I was playing this week was Destiny. Having a lot of fun with it. The shader system is bullshit. Like, I'm like getting to the point where I'm getting gear that I like, and then I want to like look good and look uniform, but like I'm just kind of settling for the shaders that I have the most of. So it's really frustrating. Have you found like a look that you were like content with though? Because I'm struggling with that.
For my Warlock, yeah, I got that like puffy coat with the fur collar.
Yeah.
And I just made everything like kind of dark gray and I want to say either gold or teal. Shout out to Avalon Teal, probably my favorite easy shader to get. I mean, obviously the legendary ones are amazing, but it's a blue and it looks good on pretty much anything.
Nice. So I'll have to check that one out. I like I think it's a Xeno Silver. It's like a blue and silver mix. It's got like a metallic look to it. I'm rocking like the blue and orange like Vanguard looking one, but that's also representative of my university, Boise State. Go Broncos. Yeehaw! Blue turf. That's all we have. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Like, I'm not raid ready yet, but I'm getting there. I really appreciate how the grind feels like you're constantly making progress. As in Destiny 1, you could go for just so many hours without increasing your level. So I really like how much faster the process is, even though it still takes a while.
Yeah.
The other thing I was playing this week is a little RPG called Divinity: Original Sin on PlayStation 4. The only reason I got it on PS4 is because I prefer moving the characters with the stick as opposed to on the PC version where you like click around. I hate clicking movement. I don't know why, but yeah, that game is fantastic.
I'm not a fan either.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want to click.
Do MOBAs.
Yeah, no MOBAs. I can't do it. Not for lack of trying. But yeah, that game's awesome. Like I'm not that far in yet, but I just wanted to get started because the second one just came out, and hopefully by the time it comes to PS4, I'll have this one wrapped up. But yeah, it's a top-down isometric RPG with it's turn-based combat, but you have a lot of cool role-playing elements, and it develops the personality of both of your main characters as you go, and you can also you often butt heads morally with your other player character, and so arguments are solved using rock paper scissors, which is really interesting. So you can have arguments with yourself, like you can have one character who is like more like egotistical and the other one is more altruistic, which is what's been happening. They've almost butted heads about every single major decision and conversation, but yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. It's very polished. I'm generally not a fan of turn-based games, but this one is really doing it for me. Really good customization, lots of different builds you can do. Highly recommend it. It's really cheap on PSN right now. I believe it's like $11.99, and it also has co-op if that's a factor. I think that would be really interesting with the conversation system if you disagree with your co-op companion. So that's pretty much it for me. How about you, Micah?
For me, I tried playing what's it called? Life is Strange. You know that game. Well,
the original.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I finished episode 2, and like I don't know, just that decision at the end. Like you make this really big decision, or no, you don't make a big decision. It's just something happens that you can't do anything about. It's like fuck. Like it really gets to you. But I mean, people say the fucking acting is really cringe. I mean, so what I learned was like for the first like 2 episodes it's bad, and then after that like the people behind the voice acting, who coached them, they kind of told them to get their shit together and do it better, because I learned that it's not really the voice actors who are doing the work. It's like the people who are telling them, the voice actors, how to act,
Yeah, absolutely.
like how to emote and all that. Like it comes down to them. It's like in the beginning, they weren't doing such a great job, but I heard, it was an episode like 3 through 5, like they get it a lot better, and so I'm excited to go in and finish that.
How many times have they said hella so far? Just curious.
Fuck.
Because I haven't played it
I
yet.
haven't kept count, but like if you played a drinking game while doing that, take a sip every time someone says hella, like yeah, you'd be pretty gone by now.
you'd be dead.
It's not even like the amount of times they say hella. It's like they don't say it correctly. It makes me so frustrated.
How do you not say it correctly?
You just say it like a 40-year-old man.
Interesting. So teenage girls who are also 40-year-old men saying it. That's
pretty much.
That's very interesting. It's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm sure I will in the next 5 years, but yeah, no. I know the Before the Storm just came out, and that's getting kind of mixed reviews. I guess like some of the environments and stuff aren't as detailed and aren't as interactable, but yeah, one is supposed to be good. I'll have to look up a hella compilation on YouTube just to see how they say it wrong.
I'm sure there's tons of hella compilations.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
Before we move on,
yeah.
I want to say I also played the Project Octopath Traveler demo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I just did the Primrose story, and I mean, the game looks pretty good, and it was pretty fun actually.
I downloaded that
out
next year, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it comes out next year, right?
Probably.
Yeah. And then I downloaded that as well, and I played the other character. I can't remember. Ulbrich, I think was his name, the warrior. God, I want that. I want that game yesterday. Like that. I'm loving that. Just the HD 2D as they called it, like just the way that it blends like the pixel art with the 3D models. It looks gorgeous, and a ton of fun to play with the battle system.
Yeah, the battle system's actually pretty like unique. I mean, I haven't played a lot of JRPGs in my lifetime or recently, but like the whole boost system, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to go back and try the Primrose side. Yeah, it's surprisingly in depth for a demo. There's quite a lot of content. I just want some kind of RPG on Switch. Like I'm itching for a good portable RPG right now. I know Dragon Quest is supposed to be coming at some point. Dragon Quest 11.
Skyrim.
Like
a real Dragon?
Yeah, like a real Dragon Quest 11. I want to say it's already out for PS4? I don't know, but yeah, I'm waiting for the Switch version because it looks like a really fun game. I haven't played a Dragon Quest game before, but just looking at gameplay for this one, like this is the game I want on Switch really badly. And I know like there's I Am Setsuna on Switch, but just I don't know, something about that game just doesn't grab me as much. Battle Chasers is the one that I really want. It unfortunately isn't going to hit its original release date in October for the Switch version. It's going to be out everywhere else, but man, that game looks awesome as well. I highly recommend checking that out if you haven't seen gameplay of it. It's a turn-based like dungeon crawler, really cool art. It's based off of a comic book actually, so there's already that existing fiction to dive into. Yeah, I just really want a Switch RPG right now.
It'd be perfect for the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, that console's meant to pick up play at like every RPG. You know, it's like such a good.
Yeah, get that virtual console.
Man, if we can get virtual console,
Yeah,
damn
like
it. I got so many RPGs just waiting, and that's why I'm excited for the SNES Classic, because they got a ton of good RPGs on there. Final Fantasy VI, Secret Mana, another
Manners.
one, Manners,
Secret
of Manners. A buddy of mine was able to get one from his buddy, so I had to go through some channels, but I was able to pick one up. I'm just looking at Dragon Quest screenshots right now. Man, this game looks gorgeous.
Oh gosh.
For its art style, and for the Switch. I can't wait to play Super Mario RPG. I can't wait to play Secret Mana, Final Fantasy VI, all those games. I'm just itching for a substantial game right now.
Same. Something single player.
Yeah, something single player. Yeah, specifically Switch.
Neo.
Yeah, we just get all the Neo Geo collections.
I don't even know what a Neo Geo is. Like,
I do want to pick up Metal Slug at some point.
Metal Slug is a good time.
I fucking love Metal Slug.
Yeah.
The Neo Geo, stylized as Neo.Geo, is a cartridge-based arcade system board and fourth-generation home video game console released in April 26, 1990 by video game Japanese company SNK Corporation. So it was its own console, and it has, typically it's an arcade cabinet, but they had a lot of good games on them. Primarily,
yeah, it looks like a lot
Metal
of
Slug.
arcade games. Like, yeah, Metal Slug. I would play that at an arcade.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was they had a console just focused on arcade games like that.
Yeah, I think it started off as the cabinet and then eventually got its own thing. I don't know why there's so many. They're like all coming to Switch though. It's kind of weird. I mean, bolster the library, I guess. But yeah, now I want to play Metal Slug. I'm probably gonna buy that after. So any other things we may have forgotten about before we move on?
Well, I played some Ollie Ollie 2 with some friends.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, have you ever played it? Ollie Ollie?
I played Ollie Ollie 1.
Okay, well, Ollie Ollie 2 is pretty much the same thing. It just looks better and has better music. But
Okay.
It's a really good time. Like, people they say it's like Hotline Miami but with skateboards, which is true because you have to try and make all the combos and stuff and keep it going. And if you fuck up once, there goes your combo. You don't get that great of a score.
So,
man, it's just it's so much fun because you move the stick in whatever direction to grind on rails, and then you can, after you grind, you can go and land and then keep on going. Just stay on your back wheel sorta and keep
That
the
manual.
Oh man, it's so good. It's just a 2D side scroller, and I was playing it on PS4, but the best experience is on Vita.
that's right.
Smaller sticks. You can be more precise. Like, I noticed that with any indie game, it's always better on Vita for me.
Damn right.
10 out of 10 times, it's always better. Just get that small screen. You get up close. Oh man, it's a good time. Shout out to the Vita.
The Vita is my indie machine. Like, I love playing indie games on that thing, much more so than PS4.
Yeah, it's perfect for it. When you plug in your PS4, you necessarily don't want to, play a small indie game on your, couple $100 console. But, when it comes down to it, like playing it on like a smaller screen, bite-sized experience, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's just easier to get in and out.
And it was funny. My friend, he was getting all hype over was a Minecraft coming to the 3DS.
That's gonna be the shittiest version.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's gonna be worse than the Vita version. I can only imagine.
I was thinking, like, I've been playing it on the Vita for years, and like it's not the best, but I have a feeling the 3DS version is just gonna be total garbage.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. That's. I mean, I hope he doesn't get his hopes up too much because that's not gonna be good. I'm glad it's there. Good for the people that want it, but man, Switch version, fantastic.
Fucking, like, that's totally different, thing. But I just don't see why they're putting it out on the 3DS. Because if they're gonna do that, they should have done that like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little late. It's a little late.
Minecraft hype train was, in full, throttle. Now it's just kind of like, it's been around for a while. It's nothing new. And there's been a million versions of Minecraft out on every possible console,
They needed to get it on, like you said, every single platform they can. So they're just checking off the boxes. I just woke up. I'm so tired. All right, so just checking off the boxes and just like, all right, is that a console that we need to get it on the Neo Geo next? Like we need to keep going.
Yeah.
Neo Geo Classic.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Just.
They're gonna go back and in the generations of consoles, like, oh, we have a Wii version.
Yeah.
That was 2 generations ago.
Minecraft for the Nintendo GameCube.
Minecraft GameCube, Minecraft N64,
Minecraft DDR.
I'm down for that. Not gonna lie.
Minecraft with Guitar Hero controllers.
Minecraft Connect.
Just because they can.
Yep.
Yeah, just they have so much money. Like they can do whatever they want with Minecraft.
All right, Minecraft Connect would be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it would. I'm like seeing it in my brain, and it's pretty cool. VR with Connect. Just you exist in Minecraft.
Yeah. Damn. That sounds like a good time.
It's just a matter of time before they get it on VR.
Oh,
especially like Vive, because you can get the motion controls in there.
Well, they showed that thing on the HoloLens, didn't they?
Yeah.
The Microsoft VR kind of thing, but not really. It's more of...
It's AR.
AR, yeah.
Yeah.
It still looks cool.
That might be the factor that prevents VR Minecraft from happening, unless they can get a partnership. But yeah, Microsoft being so big into AR might cause issues for the eventual VR version. It's got to happen, though, at some point.
They're trying to augment the reality around us when we want to create our own reality inside of, some goggles.
Yeah, you want to play Minecraft on your coffee table, not exist in Minecraft. I don't know. Yeah. AR is cool when it's done right, and like the HoloLens demo was really cool, but I just don't see that being very widely adopted. Like I see that being even more niche than VR. Just I don't know, it's just you have to have such specific conditions within the room for it to work. But so is VR, so I don't know.
They're doing its own thing with it, I mean, what was it? I think the 3DS when it came out, it had some AR stuff.
It did, the AR cards.
Yeah,
the AR.
So did PS3.
Did it really?
When they first got the iToy or whatever.
Oh, I never got the camera, so I never played around with that. That's interesting. Yeah, I just remember like placing my Mii down on the table on the 3DS when I first came out. I was like, "This is amazing! Oh my gosh!" But
the cameras are just so shitty.
Yeah, they're so bad. They're so bad. I'm really missing my 3DS right now with Metroid Samus Returns coming out though. I wish I still had one. I didn't sell it or anything. Just don't have it anymore. But man, that I'm missing not playing that game. I hope they're not gonna port it to Switch, which just sucks. Same with the Mario Party on 3DS. It's like, what are you guys doing?
That's so upsetting.
God,
I love Mario Party so much.
I love Mario Party 2. I can't play Mario Party because like that is my rage game. Like I am way too competitive with it. But man, like all those mini games from all the different games, that's such a good idea and so perfect for Switch. Like, what are you guys thinking? It's oh my god, Nintendo.
Yep.
Nintendo, you better stop.
Just stop. You need to just stop. All these fucking 3DS games. Get on the Switch. The 3DS has a vast enough library as it is. Just let it exist. Just let it be its own thing.
It's an older console now, or a handheld. Like,
it's really old now.
Like, it came out in 2011.
Yeah.
Like, it's 6 years old. It's getting up there.
And it didn't
But
even.
they're still making new ones though.
Yeah.
That's
the new 2DS 3XL, new mini XL. Just
okay. The Pokeball one looks pretty cool.
It looks sweet. It does look good. They're really cheap too. Like, I'm probably gonna pick one up. Not gonna lie. Like, toward like holiday season, just to get back some of the good games on it, because it has some great games on it. Even though I guess the shoulder buttons are like in the way of the screen, which is dumb. And I never use the 3D, so it's like I'd be totally fine with a 2DS.
Same here.
Yeah, now that the 2DS is a clamshell.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Absolutely.
And it's only $150, right? It's $150.
I think it's like $130. It's even cheaper than that.
Jeez.
Like, yeah, like that's a really good deal for something like that.
You can get
like a decent games. You're in for a good time.
Apparently, you can get the non-clamshell one for like $80, like new, which is crazy.
Well, I think it's been that price since the beginning.
Really?
Or not since.
Huh.
For a while.
It's always been like really cheap though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to get the new one to be able to run most of the newer games. Yeah, 150.
Yeah.
It is 150. Excuse me.
I need an XL DS because I have like the original 3DS, and that
it's tiny.
So small.
It's so tiny. Like I
don't even have big hands.
I have big hands, and it's almost impossible to use. Like, after I got the new XL, like, I couldn't go back. Like, it was, even though I had the cool like Zelda one with the black and gold with the engravings on it. Man, I missed that thing. I'm gonna get a 2DS XL when it comes out, or like during the holiday. I miss it.
I'm sure they'll have some crazy Black Friday deal, because I remember last year they were selling like a Mario one, like, and it had, there's a black one and a white one, and they just had like Mario and Luigi on it, and these cool like patterns, and they're selling them each for like $100.
Oh yeah, it's a steal.
I think it was the XL, the smaller one, not the XL, but normal new 3D. But like, dang, I'm sure there'll be some great deal, coming up with the 2DS XL. So
yeah, man. I know I was just talking shit about the 3DS, but now I want a 3DS. Just don't make any more games for it. So so Micah, what's your topic?
So I kind of want to talk about PC gaming, kind of like see what your thoughts are on it, like,
the master race.
Yeah, the master race,
So they say.
So they say.
Uh-huh.
I hate that
I just
shit.
want to see what. Yeah, exactly. You just looked at it as like just dick bag when you're just like, oh, I'm part of the PC master race. Look at all the money I've spent. Look at my RGB lighting. Look at this. Look at that.
Look at these teraflops. Look at this field of view.
Yeah. Look at how many gigahertz now. Oh, you only got 4. I got.
Stop having fun.
Matt. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. People get like way too into it. Like, oh, I got 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM. You only got 16. Go away.
Just fuck off.
I'm running this game at 600 frames per second.
Exactly.
If it's less than 120 frames per second, it's garbage. I can't even look at it. I want to throw up.
I can't even look. Yeah, I can't see anything if it's less than 100 frames.
Yeah, like
if it's not in A, don't even show your face.
when I was modding Skyrim on my shitty old laptop to make it look worse, there were people complaining about how their frames were like less than 120. I was like, I'm just trying to get 30, man. Like, I'm just trying to get 30. Just, you're up in your ivory tower. My textures look like fucking Play-Doh. God, I hate the elitist shit, like the r/PC Master Race, glorious PC Master Race subreddit. It's ridiculous. I just
sounds awful.
Look, may our frame rates be high and our temperatures low. peasantry free. Like that shit just bothers me. Like just shut the fuck up.
My God.
Just let people enjoy what they want to play. God damn it. If they want to just plug in a console and play, just let them do that. Just you do you.
But can you play Uncharted?
Exactly. I'd rather
I
play
didn't think so.
Uncharted than
What they're
most of the PC exclusives.
What they're gonna say is like, oh, but we can get an emulator and play it. You know?
Yeah, it's like,
Let's
oh, you have Breath of the
So
Wild.
come
We
up-
can get it in 4K, 120 FPS.
exactly 4K 60. You know what can you do?
Yeah, and I like my Steam library is getting up there. Like I have like 140 games, I want to say. So I love Steam,
Yeah.
but
Good time.
it's the
So good.
people that I don't like. Like I love playing on PC. Like I love keyboard and mouse for FPSs, and I love modding specifically, and that's why I'm building a PC. Like I don't really care too much about the graphics and like the high frame rates. Like I usually lock my frame rate to 60 or 30 anyway. I'd rather have a solid one than a variable one. But yeah, just the catalog and the amount of games you can get on the one platform is much better than any console, obviously. But yeah, just don't be a prick about it. Just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, well, Noah, like, have you picked out any parts, or are you just thinking over that still, or what?
It's still working. My goal is to get everything ordered and done by the time Wolfenstein 2 comes out. Probably not going to happen. Might have to wait a couple checks after that to really finalize it. That's my plan.
I mean, what you could do is just buy like a part, you know, every so often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what's cool about PC gaming. You know, you don't have to buy it all at once. You can just buy, you know, a part per paycheck or whatever, and then as soon as you know it, you have a full PC built because you spaced it out.
Yeah, that's very true. But I kind of just want to just amass the funds and then just drop it all and then just build it. I don't know, like
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
end up spending the same anyway. Like I'm saving up for it, so I mean I'd end up just spending the same. So I don't know. That's what I was originally gonna do, and then it just didn't happen. So now I'm just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just save up my amount. My build is probably gonna be around 1,200. That's not it's not including the monitors. That's really not that terrible. Like I don't even want like 4K or anything. I just want like 1080 60 on most games. If I can run most games, like if I want to be able to go onto Steam and buy a game and be able to run it like higher, like I just want to be able to play anything. And the build I have picked out, it should happen, but it won't be like 4K or anything.
What graphics card are you thinking?
1070.
Well, are you gonna 1070?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Good. I mean, for me, I have a 1060, and I can play games at 4K 30, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's a budget card. You know, it was it was only like $230, and yeah, I can easily play like The Witcher 3 like settings at 4K.
Oh my god.
Like it looks pretty fucking clean.
I can't wait to play The Witcher 3 again on PC. I'm so excited. God.
Exactly.
Like all of my issues with the game, there are mods for. So basically, it's gonna be like the perfect fucking game for me. Like it's gonna be like it's already a 10 out of 10 in my eyes. It's just gonna push it even further. So I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, like, for
and
sure.
Doom. I cannot wait to play Doom again. Oh my, with high frame rate. Jesus. Oh my god, it's gonna be so hot.
All the Bethesda games.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be my when I get a PC, whenever that is, Bethesda's gonna be my go-to. Like, let me play all the Fallouts that I haven't played. You know, all that stuff.
Which ones haven't you played?
I played a bit of New Vegas, and I played all of 4. So
you can also mod out a lot of the problems with 3 in New Vegas. New Vegas modded is so fucking good. Like it has a lot of issues, like the bugs, like you can patch out. Pretty much most of the issues with New Vegas you can fix, and the graphical things, gone. And also, one of the good things that came out of Fallout 4 is that every single Bethesda game, almost, like one of the recent ones, like 3, New Vegas, and Skyrim, all have like the auto loot mechanic that 4 had, where you walk next to a container and you can just grab things instead of having to open up a separate menu. So basically, all of the games now have that. So you can really mess around with just go onto the Nexus and just have a fucking ball. Of course, you need to be wary of load orders and all this stuff so you avoid crashing and like compatibility issues. So it took me quite a long time to really get good at Bethesda modding because there's a lot of inner workings. It's not as complicated as some other games. They actually make it really easy in comparison, but some mods don't like to play nice with each other, and you have to be constantly wary of that. But yeah, no, it's if you can get New Vegas running with like graphics mods and all the enhancements, like that's by far the best Fallout experience, in my opinion.
Damn. So that sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, PC gaming's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not too into it because like I built my PC for video editing, and then kind of gaming on it is kind of like an afterthought for me.
Yeah.
But it's still cool having it because of all the crazy deals, you know. Like fucking the one they had the Steam summer sale, you know.
It's craziness.
All these games for
Steam.
fucking, you know, nothing. It felt like just chump change.
$2-3.
It's such a
Yeah.
Like I got like the first Dishonored for like I think like $1.75.
Oh my god, that's like not even fair. Like that game is worth so much more than that. It's oh my god.
I feel bad for spending this much on this game.
Yeah, it's like oh man.
Yeah, are you even supporting anyone that like
Yeah.
actually made the game?
Just
Uh-huh.
Gabe
Getting
Newell.
like 10 cents.
Gabe Newell's getting most of it.
He's getting all the money.
Yep.
Praise Gaben.
Have you ever
Gold
bought
his neck beard.
Yeah. Have you ever bought any games and then got so much value out of it that you felt bad and bought it again? Because I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Done that?
Yeah, with like with Skyrim, like I played it for so much that I don't care about all these re-releases and buying those re-releases because I got so much value out of it. Like it is a game that I feel like is worth more than the $60. Of course, they'd be crazy to charge more than $60, but I don't feel like I have 465. Like I'm looking at my Steam library, 465 hours in the PC version of Skyrim, and like it was such a satisfying experience that I buy it again. I don't have any issues with buying again. And also The Witcher 3, I bought during a sale. Felt so fucking satisfied with it. Bought it for someone else, and then also bought it on PC for when I get the PC going. So that's 3 times for that one. And I can't think of anything else. But yeah, mainly like the big giant RPGs. Yeah.
I mean, I bought Borderlands 2 twice technically because I got the Handsome collection.
Yeah. Man, what a great man.
So
That's
like,
a great bundle, and it just runs so nice.
Yeah. And it comes with all the deals.
All just the crazy amounts of DLC that they have. Jesus.
Yeah, because they put out so much DLC for Borderlands 2 that like you know how they had the season pass. Well, the people who bought the season pass, they started not getting, you know, the more DLC because like, you know, they already tacked too much onto that. They're like, oh, you can't get this good of a deal for $20.
Yeah, it's like when Borderlands 3 does come out, like there's no way I'm getting it at launch because they always have like the Game of the Year edition for those games with like just the crazy amount of content.
Yeah, the best bet is to wait for that.
That's why I didn't buy Injustice 2. Like I love the first Injustice, and I'm a big DC fan, but they always come out with like the crazy Game of the Year edition with all the just ridiculous amount of fighters. Like I'm not gonna get burned again, but I don't know if they're gonna do that for Injustice because they had the $100 Ultimate Edition with all that shit in it. So I don't know if I just wait for a sale and get that, or hold out.
Play the system. You can get the baseline version sometimes for like $30, and then the season pass is $30. So that's like a full $60 for that whole gold edition.
I saw the gold edition on sale for $60, so it would kind of balance out.
Yeah.
I just didn't jump on it yet.
I gotta get that one of these days.
They got Hellboy now. I'm so excited for that. I need to get on that.
Hellboy?
Yeah, and the story is supposed to be great too. Because there sure is a lot of disappointing DC shit this year. So I need something good.
Some lift your spirits.
Justice 2 is the best DC content to come out in the past couple years.
Yeah, I mean we got Wonder Woman, we got Injustice 2. the animated movies have been kind of shitty. Like they fucked up Killing Joke so bad. Like why is the animation so cheap? Sorry, I'll stop there. But yeah, it's been a tough couple of years to be a DC fan if you're not reading comics.
Stick it.
I'm still.
So yeah. PC gaming.
PC gaming.
Yep. PC gaming.
So I just have like I mean, it's not a shitty laptop, but I just have a laptop right now, and I can't play too much. So, but like all my friends have like built these big rig PCs playing Overwatch, all the time.
PUBG.
Yeah, I really want to play PUBG. Like that's my go-to game when I build a PC.
Yeah, same.
And hopefully it's not dead by then.
That game's gonna be around.
Looks fun. Yeah,
it won't be dead.
I was
but
watching
right now,
my friend
go ahead.
play it last night. Sorry. Well, yeah, he was playing it last night, and he was playing it on this fucking 40-inch TV, and it was all up close to it. Just getting into it. It's like that looks like so much fun right now, and it like the reason why that game is fun is just it looks like just like a big old battleground. You can go and do whatever, and you're divided up into all these teams, right? And whoever's the last man or last team standing wins. It looks like so much fun. But yeah,
some water cooler moments.
Yep.
Just the intensity of it. I mean, that's what everyone says. Like it's intense, but after playing after so many years of Twitch shooters and Call of Duty and stuff, like it's such a nice change of pace. It looks like.
Oh yeah, it's way more interesting than just the run around a map like chickens with your head cut off of Call of Duty multiplayers lately.
Screaming 12-year-olds.
Can't do it. I haven't encountered too many 12-year-olds in the last few years. I don't know if they just don't use chat anymore, or I just don't use chat anymore. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I mean, they could all be in private parties.
That's true.
I mean,
all their little toxic 12-year-old private parties. I don't want anything to be. I don't want it to be a part of that whatsoever. And
just go off and on and let them do, just do whatever.
I think the last time I had an encounter with a young person, as it were, I think it was Gears of War 4. I was playing the multiplayer, and I guess I was quote unquote stealing his kills, even though it was a team match and we were all just working together. And so he like recorded like an angry screeching voice message on Xbox Live and just like sent it to me like, "You steal my kills, just fucking drink bleach and kill yourself, faggot." His words, not mine, of course. God,
who has the time to do that though?
I don't know. When you're 12 years old,
that's so much,
and your parents just don't care about you.
12 years old. That's just so much work. Like
I didn't even do that shit.
Send it.
I didn't even come close.
The person that you're trying to send it to.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I didn't even do that shit when I was 12. Like I was even like that was stupid. That's like why would people do that? So I don't know if I was just more mature than most 12-year-olds or what. But man,
I was just having fun.
Yeah, just like this is gaming's great. It's nobody has time for that shit.
No one does.
I'm trying to think. What are the other like PC games that I've really poured time into besides like with this stuff? Like, I didn't play Skyrim till I got my first like laptop, like the shitty laptop, like I said, and that kind of like really opened my eyes to RPGs in general because they're generally much more PC focused. Like BioWare specifically, like they develop for PC, like Bethesda develops for PC. Like I don't know, I have been exposed to a genre that I would have loved a long time ago if I'd played them, but so I appreciate PC gaming for that.
What kind of laptop did you play it on? I'm curious.
It was like I can't even remember what the graphics card was. It was really shitty. It was like really good for like 2006, but anything past that, it was like nope. So I got to play a lot of cool like classic games. Like I played the original Deus Ex on that thing like really well. Fucking awesome game. Yeah, I played a lot of like the classic piece of like I played through even though I had played them on console, like the whole Half-Life and Portal series, like I was able to run most of the Source Engine stuff really well in that. So I was exposed to a lot of good stuff like that. I appreciate the mileage that thing gave me while I was using it. Stuff I might not have seen otherwise.
Half-Life should be able to run on like pretty much anything at this point.
A toaster, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the original Half-Life.
The original, yeah, you can run it very well, very high frames, like with not even two, like two, you can run very easily. So well optimized.
I've seen people take like those Windows tablets and run games on those things.
Can it run crazy. Doom? That's the question.
I don't know about Doom.
No, but the original, the original. I mean,
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it can run. Yeah, the original.
That's like
I've seen some crazy stuff with Doom.
Yeah, you can run it on so much stuff. Like that's the benchmark for running like old hardware. What system? I'm gonna Google it. What systems can run Doom?
Because I know what people usually use now to test out, a build is use, Crysis 3. Can it run Crysis?
Yeah.
The usual standard. Crysis and CS:GO, because CS:GO can pretty much be ran by anything. I mean, for the most part.
I can run CS:GO on my laptop, so.
Can you get okay frame rates, or what do you think you're getting?
I mean, if I turn some settings down, it's, pretty good, I think.
Mm-hmm. Good enough.
But it's good enough. I'm not good at CS:GO. So
yeah. Well, like the thing
I know
is,
I can.
Is like, how they have those 240 hertz monitors and fucking people are able to play it at 240 frames per second. But the thing is, you have to be good enough to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the Twitch, level of Twitch skills, the Twitch muscles to be able to aim that fast. Because just because you have 240 frames, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to know how to use it. Because you're moving so fucking fast, you just have to make that precise movement. It's right then and there, or you're gonna get messed up.
So I'm on motherboard.vice.com.
Game for me.
This is an article called "A Catalog of All the Devices That Can Somehow Run Doom." Toasters, piano, and trucks all pitching in to keep the 1993 game alive. So we got a Kodak, camera. We have what looks like an ATM.
What?
We got.
Damn.
Let me see. One of the biggest technical leaps on a toaster or an old piano. So literally, when I said a toaster, I guess it was literal. Man.
Explain truck to me.
So it was a giant screen on a truck. That was like the main picture. Yeah, it's like a big old giant screen on a truck, and he's just playing Doom, like super widescreen. There's also itrumsdoom.tumblr.com. I couldn't really get anything specific besides like a really old laptop, but that's not really surprising.
Because I think I've seen Doom being ran on a Texas Instruments calculator.
Yeah, no, that was also one. That's really cool. Here, here's techdigest.com or .tv. 10 gadgets that can surprisingly run the PC classic Doom.
Shit.
Let's go. The Nintendo DS. Apparently, homebrewed. A calculator, the TI Inspire series calculator, digital camera.
Yeah, it's got to be an Inspire.
iPod Classic.
An iPod Classic. Damn.
Zune.
Wow.
Oscilloscope. Jesus. Commodore VIC-20. Super low. Just like they crush the graphics so much that it's somehow running on a Commodore. And a piano. So, and then the Kinect. What? Smartwatch. Yeah, so basically, if it exists and it has a screen on it, it can run Doom somehow. It's the magic of it.
There's a will, there's a way. I'm sure there are people who are able to play it on refrigerators, because
all those, they got computers in them now.
Built-in. Yeah, so why not run Doom on a refrigerator?
That'll be the next thing. Yeah, the old id games were also stuff that I played on that old laptop, and I fucking love those games still. They're so much fun. I'd rather play the original Doom than most of the copy and paste military shooters of last generation. Like they're just so much fun, even with the graphics. Like and also going back to modding, like the modding communities for those games are crazy. So much awesome stuff.
Yeah, they're having a good time with that. Hell yeah.
Anything else on PC gaming? We should come back to this when Max is on, so he can throw some shade.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because he seems oblivious.
I'll say I'm not a huge fan of PC gaming, just because I don't know, I like a controller.
Yeah.
But there are things that just do not work with controllers, in my opinion. So, like, I play a lot of Civ 5 on my PC. Hearthstone, I play every now and then on my PC rather than my phone. And then Stardew Valley, I put so many hours into that. And it's on console now, it's coming to Switch. But I just cannot imagine it being well optimized for a controller. Just because, like, it's nice to have all the hotkeys for your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
For that game.
For any game with, like, hotkeys, it's like it changes it so much. Like, especially like this, like you mentioned, Dishonored, like it changes. Like if you have like all your tools just at the touch of one button, like you can do some crazy maneuvers. I'm really excited for the Switch version of Stardew Valley. Everyone seems to love it that plays it. Switch is where I'd probably give it a go though. I also want a game that is really popular, Terraria. Like I have it on PC, but I just can't bring myself to play it. If I can get that on a handheld, I think it's on Vita, but I don't know. Ideally, I think it would be great on Switch. Switch is Vita too, but with first party support. Let me see. Oh man, Left 4 Dead 2. I put in so much hours into Left 4 Dead 2 on PC. Like the Steam Workshop support is it's crazy. There's so many mods. You can let me just look at some of the top ones. Like you could just one of the most popular ones is where it turns like all the survivors into velociraptors, so you're just running around as a team of velociraptors shooting shit. Basically anything you can.
Left 4 Dead 2 has some good mods.
Really good mod. That's that
I've seen.
The one that turns the tank into Shrek, which is legitimately disturbing because it has the voice too. So instead of hearing like the the roaring, it's just Shrek. There's a cat gun, so you're just basically like firing out of a cat's asshole. A lot of like asset ports from other games, so like there's a lot of like Halo mods particularly, so you can like kind of like do a total overhaul to make it look like Halo. A lot of anime stuff, which just completely does not fit. Fantastic weapons design, a lot of great stuff in here. Put a ton of hours into this game, even just single player. So check that out.
Also, Blizzard games are, mainly PC, and I used to be big into World of Warcraft and obviously Hearthstone now. But I mean, all their other games are just, I can imagine it being best on PC. So yeah, shout out to Blizzard.
Blizzard is like, oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, when I was younger, I remember trying the free trial on my grandma's laptop, and I remember just like cashing it out, like her laptop, like after playing that game so much, like her computer was so slow. I don't understand why. Bad for ruining it.
Great job.
It was like during spring break, so I was like there every day, like playing freaking World of Warcraft on just the laptop.
Blizzard is like the only publisher / developer that I just really have had a hard time getting into. Like their games just don't speak to me that much. Like I played Diablo 3 a little bit. That's pretty fun. Every time I try to play World of Warcraft, like I can't get into it. Like just the moment to moment gameplay just isn't there for me.
Yeah.
I might give it a go because on this, like on the newer laptop I have, I'll probably be able to run it better. But I don't know. It just doesn't speak to me. Like Hearthstone, I haven't played. It's supposed to be good. I'm just not generally into card games. I'm playing Gwent right now though. That's just because it's The Witcher. And then, I mean, Overwatch is probably the game I put in the most hours in, and I still have barely scratched the surface with that. Just because I'm not big into competitive shooters, but that game is a lot of fun. They got like Here's the Storm. Like I'm not into MOBAs. I don't know. Their catalog just doesn't speak to me that well, which is weird because like they're one of the biggest and most successful devs out there.
Because isn't Blizzard and Activision like the same company?
Yeah, I think their official
they're
name is
like-
Blizzard Activision or something like that, or Activision
Yeah.
Blizzard, the other way around.
But Blizzard is still
like-
like operates on its own pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure they share resources and stuff, but that's just like the biggest like money making company. You know what I'm saying?
StarCraft,
Oh yeah.
huge.
It's all about straight cash. With spamming Call of Duty, and then the same with World of Warcraft with the new expansions all the time.
Dude, Activision's so fucking
Even
rich.
Overwatch, people are dropping so
Yeah.
much money on Overwatch.
Those skins, you got to get
All
that bikini Widowmaker going.
Mhm.
Gotta have it.
If that's a thing.
No, it is a thing, and people were like freaking out about it. And like
Nice.
whenever any of the characters show
Yeah.
any amount of skin whatsoever, people freak the fuck out.
Yeah, it's the same. What's her name? Tracker.
Tracer.
Tracer?
Yeah. Can't even fucking everyone got their panties up in a bunch about that.
People lost their
It's like it's
shit
no big-
when Mercy had a slightly, well, she had like, it was the Halloween skin, but she had like thigh high like boots on, so she had like a little bit of thigh showing. People just lost their shit. It was a cool looking
Why-
skin. It was a cool looking skin, but I'm not like freaking out about it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
There's so much Overwatch porn. Like, just stop being
There's so
sensitive
much.
to things.
There's-
Not Overwatch
Oh,
at this point.
Yeah, like
Don't doubt.
oh my gosh. It's like some of the stuff that they come up with is just asinine. It's like that is
I never seen any, but I mean,
you'll
I've heard
find
it's
it.
like,
You don't have to
you know-
look for it. You don't have to look for it. It
No,
will
you
find
don't have
you.
to watch it. It just
Yeah,
happens.
you will. It will find you.
I've the ads and whatnot. I've seen it, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna click on that.
Just
No,
like,
I wouldn't click on it
yeah,
either.
fuck that. It's supposed to be like a
But it's there.
family friendly, like like really inclusive, like supposed to be like for everybody, and then they just like fucking just destroyed it. It's like nothing is sacred.
Well, that's the thing about the internet now. Like, if you can think of anything, there's probably a porn for it.
There
So,
apparently there's
which is really
barely any knack porn though, which is surprising because he has a lot of potential there.
gonna be changing.
I think I was watching it was Total Biscuits podcast, and they were talking about Rule 34, and they're like a knack, and they looked, and there's hardly any knack stuff. So I mean, if something is really
I'm okay
popular,
with
there's
that.
gonna be a lot of I'm okay with that too. But like if something is really popular, then the porn of it is probably as much or even more popular
Yeah,
for some reason. Sonic, oh my god, it's just disturbing.
so much Sonic.
Don't look up Goofy movie in Google Images.
What the fuck?
Do not do
Is nothing sacred? The Goofy
No.
movie? What the fuck?
No.
No. Not even
The
just.
fuck?
it. Get maybe 2 rows of actual screenshots from the movie, and then the rest is just DV art.
So far so good. Is Safe Search on? Oh
Yes.
no, it's not. It's not. It seems pretty good. Okay, I'm not seeing anything bad.
Huh.
There must have been
It's
another
extremely goofy movie.
another. Oh, extremely goofy movie.
I don't know. I looked up something. I wasn't happy.
It seems pretty tame.
I mean,
I'm sure if I
I'm
scrolled
trying to
enough.
Check out.
I'm sure if I scrolled enough, it'd get
Okay.
there.
See how many pages deep you can get into that before you find it.
God, why are there so many pictures?
They fixed it then. I'm sure
They
Disney
fixed it.
had a hand in this.
Oh, there's some
Yeah.
DeviantArt. I'm getting some DeviantArt now. We're
Yeah.
passing the threshold.
Let's get into
That's
Good
George
stuff.
Costanza. Was he in it?
Yeah, go on.
George Costanza.
That's Supergirl. All right. Yeah, it's just getting weird. Like it's not getting sexual. It's just getting weird. Yeah, no,
I don't know what it was,
I'm out of results, so
but
my eyes have been spared.
Yeah.
God.
Don't look too
Found
much
some good
into it.
Oh no, I'm not. I was just curious.
Stay up. It's not a good thing to do.
We went from PC gaming to the Goofy movie porn. That's Gridlife Digest for you. All right. Any final
Not the
thoughts?
first time.
It's not the first time, and it will not be the last time.
No, not even close.
Yeah,
It all
we'll find
started with the
something else.
Okay.
Go.
So,
Yep.
Eli, what's your topic?
So, I just want to bring up the whole PewDiePie incident that happened, I think, a little over a week ago. I'm sure you all know what happened. PewDiePie was maybe on Twitch. I don't know. What
Yeah, he was streaming Battlegrounds.
service. Yeah, he was streaming Battlegrounds, and pretty seemingly out of nowhere, it looked like it was just a normal Battlegrounds match, something that happens for every match. You shoot someone and you don't hit them, and he yells out, "You fucking N-word." Hard R, mind you.
Hard
Really?
R.
Because I heard it wasn't just the A.
No.
No, it was
I didn't
hard
know
R. It
Okay,
slipped
that
out.
changes everything.
Yeah,
That's not good.
it's not good.
mean,
It's not good.
I
He knew
I
it
can
wasn't good.
Yeah, he immediately
I can-
apologized. Like he backpedaled and he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean it in the bad way." It's like,
Yeah.
how else did you mean it?
Uh-huh.
How else did
I
you
mean,
take that?
I kind of can like putting the A in it. Like, I'm not saying that makes it all better, but I'm saying that that's a lot less worse than hard R'ing it.
It's
Uh,
It's not as bad, yeah, but
Uh-huh.
it also would have been
Mm-hmm.
just as unnecessary, I feel like, and especially for PewDiePie. Like, I mean, why would he say any of that in the first place?
And
I
shit's out, And I mean, it's not making excuses, but it fucking shit happens, and I feel like he shouldn't be getting blasted for saying it. The one time when he immediately apologized for it afterwards.
it
Like, he knew
wasn't the one time though. The next couple days, it
Was it?
almost slipped out again.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he seriously
Oh.
almost said it again. It's like that is a habit. Clearly.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and the fact that like he said it so casually and stuff, it really does indicate like this guy's saying it way too often.
That is in his
You know.
vocabulary.
Yeah,
Like that
and
is
someone
not
who's
even in my vocabulary
English
whatsoever.
isn't his first language
Yeah,
either,
that's something I didn't even think
There's
about.
so many factors that's going into this.
Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah, that makes-
I'll preface, I don't watch his content. His content doesn't speak to me, but I have actually defended him in the past, like when the whole like Nazi shit was going down. It's like it was part of a bit, like it was a part of his content. It was a joke. This slipping out during a stream, non-scripted, I can't defend this, especially
Okay,
when he
yeah.
almost said it again, like that. Like when it's part of a video and it's it's part of a joke, like it's you can kind of defend it a little bit more, like the Nazi shit. Like there was context that people didn't report on whatsoever, and this time, like, sorry, dude, like you fucked up bad, and he
There's just
apologized,
really
but
no way to defend it. He apologized, yeah, but it still is not like
because he had to. I mean,
you can't apologize. You can say you're sorry, but you can't like apologize for this.
especially when you say you're sorry and then almost say it again.
Okay, yeah, that's where he done goofed. I mean, I feel like if he hadn't said it the second time, he would have been a little bit better off. But now he's saying it, more.
It's like
No,
it's like why is
not good.
that the insult you jump to? Like even like sometimes when when you're playing games, things are as he said, a heated gaming moment. It's like, what's wrong with throwing out like a solid motherfucker? Like, why do you have to jump
There's
to
so
that?
many other words.
Yeah, there's so many
There's
words.
So many.
The English language is a very
Uh-huh.
colorful language, with a lot of insults. Just don't use
You can
that
say
one.
something not in English. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
he has
Exactly.
two whole dictionaries worth of words. You know.
And that's the one you pick out. You don't do that unless it's like a habit. Like, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Like, he said he wasn't gonna make Nazi jokes on his channel after all the Charlottesville shit, but God, it's
But he moved to,
yeah.
saying the N-word.
Did you guys see it was a satire piece, but unfortunately, like a lot of satire piece, it was being shared around like it was real. It was like PewDiePie on stream like accidentally puts on KKK uniform. Like, I'll try to find it. I'll try to find it. It was satire. PewDiePie puts on KKK.
But
It was
did he
so
actually
funny.
do it?
No, of course not. It was photoshopped really well, but it's hardtimes.net, which is satire site. So yeah, PewDiePie accidentally puts on an entire KKK uniform in the middle of game stream. While streaming a heated match of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, YouTube celebrity PewDiePie, in a fit of rage over being killed, impulsively put on an entire historically accurate KKK uniform. So there's just kind of a little commentary on it. Let me say, I am not in the Ku Klux Klan. I also don't hate blacks. I was playing PUBG after I got killed by some obvious stream watcher, so I just reacting off the top of my head. PewDiePie said over an image. He said, "KKK equals not part of bro army." That accidentally had PewDiePie's face over the word "not." So it's just kind of a funny little thing.
That's so great.
Yeah. I'm really not doing a good job with this apology, aren't I? My haters are going to lynch me. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't say lynching in this video, right? So of course none of this was said, but yeah, I saw that the other day. I couldn't help but bring it up.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just-
this could be the
go ahead.
downfall of PewDiePie. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
he's
it
been-
could, yeah.
He's been at the top for who knows how long, like the last 5 years. I remember my freshman year of high school, he was a big deal, and that was when he had I don't know, 1 million or so subscribers. Now he has 50 million. Probably over that
Crazy.
now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But there are a
Yeah.
lot of people somehow defending this. They're like, he didn't do anything wrong. It was just a slip up. It's like, it's just, or what I really hate is people say, oh, it's just a word. It's like, words have significance and meaning and context and history to them. Like, I hate that argument so much that people are throwing around.
And it's a word that's actively in, I don't know, maybe every culture,
Yeah.
In some
they
form or
tell you
another.
not to say it.
Yeah.
Everyone. It's not good.
God.
So,
But do you think he's racist? Do you think he's a racist, as some people are bringing up? Do you think this is part of his character, or do you think this is just a word that he unfortunately has in his vocabulary?
I mean, it's not like he's not putting on an act by saying it. This is something that he is saying in his everyday life, clearly, for it to slip out just so casually like that. But I don't think so there's a difference between being actively racist and killing black people or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
saying you want to, like the
using-
Charlottesville.
I mean, he did say a racial slur, but I wouldn't say he's that kind of racist. But there is just a
hint of it there.
no, it's just a different type of racism where you're not actively doing anything racist, but it's just
It's
I
just
don't know.
It's ignorance is what it is. He's like, oh, it's not a big deal to drop the N word once in a while. It's not that big of a deal.
I didn't
But
mean it in the
yeah,
bad
it's-
way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
But he-
will say that it's it doesn't matter because it's going to be interpreted that way because of all the connotations it has. It's not a good thing to be saying, no matter how you mean it. it's just gonna come off the way it's gonna
There's
come
no,
off. 'Cause,
there's only one way to say it, you know. There's like no one just says it as like a friendly remark or anything.
Especially with a hard R.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
With the hard R.
God.
The other version you can use that, but I'm not recommended, you know. But I've definitely seen people use it, you know, kind of like, oh, you know, my, you know, and then it's like, oh, like my best friend kind of thing. But still, I wouldn't want to use it though.
That's a whole issue as well.
Yeah. There was.
Well, did you see that video? Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
The rapper. He was on
Okay,
that one guy's show. The guy who has the talk show on HBO. I forgot his name.
Bill Maher.
Yeah, I think it was that guy.
Or John Oliver.
And anyways, yeah, or it was one of those guys. But he was telling like a joke, kind of. It was like a bit, and it had something to do, I don't know, with slaves or something like that, some dumb joke. And then he
I remember that.
Oh, that was Bill Maher.
That was Bill Maher.
Yeah, he said like the N word at the end, but he didn't hard R it. And then anyways, Ice Cube came on it, and he said, you know, you can't say that word. That's our word. We own that word. And he was like referring, you know, to him and, you know, being black and all that. Like, you know, you aren't allowed to say that. I thought that was a bit much because, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, the freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, you can say it. Doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, freedom of speech doesn't protect, like, yeah, it's like you can do these things. Like, you can have a Confederate flag in front of your house, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you should. Like, that's the beauty of America. Not saying it's right. It's just you can. But yeah, when I saw Ice Cube do that, I was like, oh, that's like a bit much for him to be saying that.
But it's not, because like black people have been saying that for decades now. You know, like ever since it became mainstream, like or got in the mainstream with hip hop and rap. Like,
yeah, it
was established very early on. This is like a word that we're saying, but because it, you know, it's culturally, like, it's been culturally used against us, and we're trying to take it back.
Well, do you think, like, having that, using that word a lot, like, do you think, or, you know, amongst African Americans, like, I feel like it's kind of like keeping that alive, you know what I'm saying? So other people are going to be saying it too. Is kind of what I'm saying. Like, I
know it happens.
Saying, like, you don't see white people calling each other crackers. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of different.
Fortunately, I knew somebody that did that.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put the two words like anywhere near each other.
Like, yeah. People weren't oppressed with the word cracker. People weren't.
Yeah. White people were never really oppressed by, I mean, anyone but themselves, if it ever happened.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah. God.
That makes a lot of sense. Because, white people really haven't been oppressed. You know,
the oppressor.
Minority, you know, every other race. You know, and the white people just come in and they're a bunch of jerks, but I don't know.
Imperialism.
I kind of feel like the whole thing with, like, racism, I don't know, like, do you think it's worse than it's ever been? Or how do you think that's going down?
It can't be worse because we don't have slavery. Like, people aren't lynched in the street. But, like, it still exists. Like, people that say that, as much, unfortunately. Like, it absolutely exists. Like, anyone that says that it doesn't is ignorant. Like,
exactly.
and that's unfortunate, very unfortunate. But yeah, no, it absolutely exists. to say, I mean, to say it isn't, or it is as bad as it ever was, like, it's still bad, but it's not as accepted. It's not accepted like at all. Like, anyone who is a racist, like, we know that to be like shameful. So I mean, it's taken this long, unfortunately, but yeah, no, it's definitely not worse than it's ever been. We're getting there, just way too fucking slowly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in my sociology class, my professor, he asked that question, and then like I kind of like gave my opinion. I said, it's not worse than it's ever been, you know, or there's not slavery and all that stuff. And then I said, the media, it's kind of blasting all that. Like, I feel like it's kind of blowing it all out of proportion in a way, like kind of putting it towards, you know, their agenda and all that.
Well, that's just the problem with the media in general for everything.
Exactly. Like, it's the media problem. It's kind of making us all think that it's, you know, just uber terrible. I mean, which it is terrible, but like they're just, you know, just capitalizing on all that. Like, you know, BLM thing with all these, you know, black people getting shot by white cops. Like, you don't see the opposite of you know, black cops shooting white people. You only see the other end. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, but that happens way too much. Like
it happens too much, and it's. I mean, yeah, cops shoot people. It's part of their job,
especially in the South.
When it's
exactly,
not even in the South. It's happening, you know. I think in California too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just like profiling, like shooting people that have, you know, that are of no threat to anyone. They're just perceived as a threat because they are black.
Yeah,
I can't believe that still happened. It's crazy. Like, God.
Yeah, I mean, like what I'm saying is, like it like when that does happen, they're just like, you know, they're really putting it out there, and then I mean, I don't know. It's a tough thing. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells here. Like, I don't want to say the wrong things. Yeah, it's a difficult thing.
It's just all a part. It's like conversation helps move things forward, you know, and
yeah, we have to confront the issues.
Yeah,
it sucks that so many people, like white people especially, like you said, like walking on eggshells, but just because, you know, there's so many people that will just destroy anyone that says something wrong rather than, you know, explaining things. And
yeah,
I don't know, but
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it's a two-way street, you know. I've taken plenty of classes where it's predominantly black or anything that's anyone that's not white, and if someone says something that's, you know, just part of like the learning process, like asking a question or, you know, counter arguing what we're learning, it really just becomes like, you know, everyone's attacking this one person, and it's, you know, we need to do a better job of being on the other end of teaching.
It's definitely a good thing, because I mean, you don't want someone to get attacked because they're trying to figure it out too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
perfect, and like they aren't necessarily, you know, racist because they don't know. They're just trying to figure it out like everyone else.
Yeah, and it sucks because, you know, there's so many classes, or I don't know, so many lessons or whatever, or just life experiences where you realize, hey, like racism is just a thing that, I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but let me get through it. Like, racism is just a thing that like exists to so many people, and like they don't think about it, they don't think they're racist, and
I know exactly.
You know,
what...
yeah, but it's part of how they're being raised.
Exactly. Like if you're grown up thinking that way, like that's all you're gonna know. You because you're kind of grow up in like a closed box, like if you're used to that, then that's normal. And then when you get out in the outside world, it's like, wait, you shouldn't be saying that stuff.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
like that movie, Get Out. That movie like really opened my eyes, because like how in that movie, how they kind of said some racist stuff, but it was kind of offhand. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he actually say that? Like that whole thing where they were talking about golfing, and he's like, "Oh, so you like Tiger Woods?" What? The main character, like, kind of
man,
shook his head. But yeah,
I want to make Get Out a topic one of these days.
I need to watch it. I'll watch it before that happens.
I know it's yeah. Fucking watch that movie. It made me really open my eyes. Like, I need to be paying attention to what I say, or I'm gonna say something stupid like that.
Yeah, there were just too many movies this summer. There was a lot of good stuff to see, so I didn't get to it.
It's one of the best movies of the year.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna get any Oscar buzz for like Best Picture or anything. Maybe Best Director, I don't know, but I'd put it up there. Yeah, shout out to Jordan Peele.
I just love that a comedian made that, because they talk about how comedians are some of the smartest people, because they know what makes people laugh, and it's usually because they're pointing out stuff that no one else wants to point out. That's kind of how jokes work. He kind of did the same thing with that movie. He went out and pointed out all this shit like no one wanted to know, but yeah, in the end, it's helped us all. He kind of like taught us a message with that movie.
I'm glad you brought it up, and like it makes me more excited to like talk about it like as a topic one day, because I want to know what's the perspective of someone who isn't like black or
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of given my perspective on it already, and yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
I'll definitely give it a shot. I still need to watch End of Watch, so I have a giant list of stuff I need to get to. I'll put Get Out to the top though, definitely.
Definitely do that.
And he's a big horror fan, so like he was coming at it from the comedians, like he's a smart dude obviously, but he was also coming at it from a fan of that genre.
And it's pretty funny too, I'll admit.
And that's great. Like, variety is great. Like It just came out. Like that movie is like, it's really funny and like it's creepy, but it's also like hilarious. So it's like, I don't know, that dichotomy is like really hard to nail, but if it does land, it's fantastic.
Yeah. It's fucking shout out to It. That was a good movie.
I loved it. I want that part 2 right now. I just want closure.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, I just want closure. I just want to be able to see the adult half and move on. I think 2019 is what they said, but we'll see. Also, John Wick 3 2019. Cannot fucking win.
John Wick 2, yeah.
Big year.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch John Wick 2. It's so good.
I know. I fucking love the first one so much. I need to watch the second one.
If you like the first one, like you're in for a treat. Like, I honestly think 2 outdoes 1 somehow. Like if you thought the dinner party scene in 1 was cool, like you just fucking wait.
Okay. Oh god, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
there's a whole scene that I'm not really gonna spoil, but it would make a fucking awesome Hitman mission. Like, it's, man, that's such a good movie. Anyway, go watch Get Out. We're gonna do a topic on that later. Any final thoughts on this precarious topic?
I don't know. I kind of talked that all out.
Okay.
I'm glad we went through.
I'm glad we talked about this because it's hard to
it is
talk about, but we need to. We all collectively need to.
Exactly.
One thing we didn't bring up about it was the whole Campo Santo thing.
Oh yeah. Let's get into that. Actually, that's really really important.
Just as quick as we can. So they did. I think the DMCA strike went through, right? Or the copyright strike.
I want to say that they did. Let me find it. Keep talking.
So yeah, they took down all of PewDiePie's videos about Firewatch, and they're banning him from like playing any of their future games. And if they did give him a copyright strike, I think he gets 3 or 4 on his channel.
I think it's 3.
It's 3.
Mm-hmm.
So once he reaches 3 strikes, his channel will be deleted and he'll be banned from YouTube pretty much.
Could you imagine the #1 YouTuber banned from YouTube? Like they would lose so much money.
It's crazy that it could, feasibly happen if just 2 other game studios, followed Campo Sano's lead.
Yeah, so
and I don't know if that's the right thing to do, to just ban him, but it could happen.
So the strike was accepted by YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he has 1 of 3.
I don't see him getting banned because that's just so much money,
He lost a lot of sponsorship after the Nazi shit.
Yeah, he lost. He was like part of Disney or something, and they cut him out.
Jeez.
And then he had like a YouTube Red show
Canceled.
where it was like Scare PewDiePie. Yeah, it got canceled before the first episode even came out.
Damn. Yeah, this is ruining his career.
I mean, he's kind of doing it to himself,
Yeah,
exactly.
No. He needs to tread very carefully moving forward.
Yeah, you're working with Disney. You should be a little more careful with what you're saying and what you're doing.
Yeah, no. Another YouTuber that is technically under the Disney banner but hasn't really changed anything. Angry Joe, I'm sure you've heard of him. Yeah, he when his affiliate was like bought by Disney or whatever, he did like this whole video how he said he was gonna be all like child friendly and like the Happy Joe show and all this shit, and then like, he didn't change, but also he isn't saying racist shit and making Nazi jokes. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not like censorship or anything, but it's just you shouldn't be saying or doing things that are like inherently just blatantly racist,
Yeah, exactly. But like the Nazi shit, it was part of a joke. Like there was context. This time, it's like it was a blurred out. Like I said before, like you can't defend this. But and then there's also, I don't know if you guys are fans of H3H3 on YouTube, but
not particularly.
Not particularly. Well, some people were attacking him for being a hypocrite because I guess in one of his older videos he had a bit where he did say the N-word, but like that was in context and that was part of the joke and that was a satire on people that say it. And so they're calling him a hypocrite for like walking on eggshells while talking about PewDiePie. So how do you feel about that? Like does it matter if it is said like in a bit or in a satire, or is just saying it at all shouldn't be allowed? Like how do you feel about that? It's like comedy, it's said a lot.
Yeah, in comedy it is, and I'd say a majority of it's just in kind of poor taste. And I didn't watch the whole H3 video, and I'm not like a fan or anything, but it's just in satire in general, like people using that as an excuse or as a defense. It's really getting like tired, like just the joke doesn't need to be made,
That's a good point. Yeah,
we have South Park.
They can do all the shit. They can. I mean, they make fun of everybody though. Like they leave no one left. Like they just cover all of the grounds, which I really appreciate. It's like you can't get mad at South Park.
Like, no, we personally, like, I accept South Park if they, they did say the N-word with a hard R, and I forget the episode, but when Randy was playing like Wheel of Fortune, and the word was naggers, and only the A was missing.
Yeah.
So that was
yeah,
that's a good commentary.
yeah, that's good
on
commentary.
Everything. I think we all need to watch that. We all need to watch that episode after this whole PewDiePie thing because I think it explains a lot of the situation.
That's gonna be the recommend for this week. Go watch. Do you know what the episode is called?
I think it's like the problem with the N word, something like that. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I forget the season and everything, but
is South Park available on any streaming platforms?
It's on
I believe Hulu. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just got a Hulu subscription with my the college Spotify thing, so fantastic.
Ooh, nice.
saw-
$5 for Hulu and Spotify, and I was already paying for Spotify, so thanks for that merger there. Okay.
Okay,
so,
I saw that. I was like, wait, is it $5 for like Hulu
and Spotify.
and Spotify, or $5 together?
You get Spotify Premium and Hulu. It's a little too good to be true, so get on that while you can.
I know. Yeah.
Is it?
I was already paying for it, so I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it yesterday. It should be still going on.
Okay. Because I already paying $5 for Spotify. Might as well get Hulu also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to update it. It doesn't auto update. You have to go in with that. It's the special, and then go update your account.
Yeah, definitely going to do that.
There was also a South Park with PewDiePie, wasn't there?
I don't doubt it.
I don't know. I haven't seen many recent South Parks. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, PewDiePie full episode.
They'll probably end up making fun of him, and
You
the
can
South Park.
Yeah, no, you can go on to YouTube and find clips of that. Man, I'm really excited for Fractured Butthole though.
Yeah.
I need to buy that so I can play Stick of Truth.
I wish they would just put Stick of Truth on PSN, because I'm playing through on Steam. But like, it would just be so much better if I could go through just on the PSN store and get it and have trophies. But you have to pre-order it, and you don't get it on Amazon. You get Stick of Truth physically on the day that Fractured Butthole comes out, so you can't like play Stick of Truth beforehand.
Fun.
Yes, or you could you pre-order on PSN, but that charges you obviously instantly, and then get the download. But the reason I like Amazon pre-orders is because it doesn't charge you till it ships. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So there
cool.
is a way to get it, but it's not ideal. They want people to pre-order.
Yeah, so just capping that off, I don't know. I can't think of any other. I mean, I'm sure PewDiePie's played thousands of games on his channel.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any specific developer that has said anything about it besides Campo Santo.
Yeah, they were immediately on it.
Like threatening any sort of action like they did.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like how many
we'll see.
follow. Yeah, it's gonna be a developing story. I think he needs to get his shit together. That's all. All right.
Yeah,
And final word.
Go ahead.
Austin Walker. If you guys don't know who he is, he's like the editor in chief or whatever at Waypoint. He has. You guys should all be following him on Twitter. He tweeted a bit about the PewDiePie thing and then brought it up on Waypoint Radio. I think just even looking at the tweets is a good source of information. He's one of my main dudes. One of the few black people in the video game industry that's, up there,
Hopefully that changes in the next few years. All right, well, I followed him. Everyone go follow Austin Walker, verified.
He's also hilarious.
People keep mentioning Waypoint, and I've never checked them out. Oh, he was at Giant Bomb. Huh.
Yeah, he used to be at Giant Bomb.
Okay.
It's Waypoint is him, Patrick Klepek, and someone else, I forget. It's a good group of people.
I'll check them out. Yeah, they look cool. Okay. Well, if that is all, then we'll move on to my topic, which is stupid. Like, it's like the total opposite of this last one. Like, poignant.
That's what we need.
but it's fun.
It's fun. So Elijah and I were playing Destiny, and there's a character in the game named Ashen who's just horrible. Like he's not funny. He's trying to be funny. He's the Sheldon Cooper of science fiction at this point. He like just says vaguely smart things and expects you to laugh about it, like, oh, I'm so smart, and then like everyone's like, oh, what did he say? What did he mean by that? He's so smart.
That's a perfect description. He's the Sheldon Cooper of Destiny.
He's like, if he would have I'm surprised he doesn't have a laugh track. Like that's how bad he is. Like failsafe is annoying too, but like
Or
it's whatever. Yeah, catchphrase. My arm is broken, bazinga. But yeah, he's annoying. So I was just thinking, somehow I can't remember how we got to this, but we started imagining him. We started imagining him as if he was played by Mark Wahlberg in like the stereotypical Mark Wahlberg voice. So I was just wondering what video game or movie character would actually be improved upon if they were played by Mark Wahlberg. Shoot.
So I'm gonna throw out just somewhere to start, and I'm gonna say Scooby-Doo. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm really strangely down with that. I haven't cared about Scooby-Doo in forever, but that would make me care about Scooby-Doo.
If not Scooby-Doo himself,
no,
someone in the Mystery Inc. game.
No, I want him to be Scooby-Doo himself.
All right, I'm down.
Where's my Scooby snacks? I want some Scooby snacks. Where's the mystery van? I'm going in the mystery van. Who is that? Why is he a stoner? What's going on? Is that a ghost? Is that a ghost? Say hi to your mother for me. I'm a dog. Woof. That's all.
Would Mark Wahlberg also be doing Shaggy?
Yes.
Cause
I'm gonna say yes.
okay.
I'm gonna say he plays everybody.
He plays the entire cast.
He plays the entire cast. Yeah.
Like the live
He's
action.
got the chops.
He's got the chops. He's got those. I mean, he makes enough money to do whatever he wants, I'm sure. God, that would be something else. Just Scooby-Doo starring Mark Wahlberg as everybody. Even the monster, whatever the monster might be. God, I really like that idea.
The monster is Mark Wahlberg himself.
Yeah, he plays himself. He takes
directed by Mark.
Yeah,
Directed by Mark.
Written, produced, and directed by Mark Wahlberg. God, I need this in my life. This is the reboot we all need. Hollywood, hit us up. God.
You know who I want Mark Wahlberg to play?
Please tell me.
I want to see him take a crack at like Jar Jar Binks.
Oh God,
Oh
no.
my God.
That's too much. That's too much. Like somehow Scooby-Doo wasn't too much, but that's too much.
Yeah, like
They would have to bring back Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, that would require bringing
First
back.
off.
Yeah, like he met his fitting end in the new canon. Like he is a laughing stock now. God, for like an anthology.
For like cringe experiences, you know, like that shouldn't be a thing, and it should be a thing at the same time.
Or just like redub his lines from episode 1, so we don't have to reintroduce them. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't bring back Jar Jar Binks, but
is that a pod racer?
You know, so bad.
You saw a Jedi?
That's a big fish. That's a lot of big fish there.
Say hi to you some other for me.
That's perfect, dude. Oh my God. This is too good. I'm trying to think who else. We talked about how he was supposed to be Nathan Drake, which is just asinine. Like, don't do that.
Oh, imagine Nathan Drake. This would be so bad.
Is that a blue man? Why is there a sap? What's the sap doing? What is that? Why are you bald? I can't. Is his name Sully? My name's Nate. My name's not Nate. Who else? I'm just trying to think. I didn't prepare for this one whatsoever.
So
Dude,
I'd say a real pick for
Yeah.
me. I think he'd play a good Batman villain. I was thinking maybe Freeze or something like that. Not the Joker, obviously.
Mr. Freeze is Mark
I don't
Wahlberg. That would be I don't know. The first thing that popped in my mind was the Riddler, but I don't want that either.
No, he's too big for the Riddler.
Just a
I
like
can see a
beefy
Mr.
Riddler. There's
I
too
can
much
bring it-
emotional
yeah,
range
bring
for
it
Mr. Freeze. He doesn't have that range that is required.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Calendar Man or something like
we had
super
Arnold
obscure.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but that wasn't good. We don't want it. We don't want that. We want people to take Mr. Freeze seriously.
That's true.
Just by comparison, he'll be better though.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's not hard to beat.
I think he could do better.
To all the people that shit on Batman v Superman, they seem to forget that Batman and Robin exists. Like, that is what a bad movie looks like. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Yeah, it's like the Bat credit card.
You can never forget.
Why can't you just use the Bruce Wayne credit card? Like,
No, it's got to be the Bat credit card. You never leaves the cave without it.
Hurts to think about that movie.
In terms of games, though,
people.
Crash Bandicoot.
I was gonna say. Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, because he actually has a voice in the Skylander show, so you give him that. Just think about it.
I don't know.
Why are
I'm
these
not too
Whopper
big
fruits?
into Crash Bandicoot.
If they do the gritty reboot that we all want, which is basically just Uncharted 4 again, get Mark Wahlberg in there. It writes itself.
Crash Bandicoot.
Or Jack. Just
Or
make
is
him
this a
Jack.
cartoon?
So yeah, the cartoon in which he spoke was the Skylanders cartoon, and he's like has like this terrible Australian accent.
What? No.
Yeah, it's bad. Don't just
Nothing against Australia, but
Think of Australia.
it's not right.
it's I highly recommend everyone go check that out. Just Google Crash Bandicoot voice. I'm sure it'll pop up. Who else? I mean,
Sounds like
do we want to give him another shot at Max Payne? I would say no.
I say yes.
You say yes? Okay.
I want to get to Max Payne 3 with Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. No.
No?
I mean, let's do it. Let's let you give him the beard, shave his head,
That might be like
Yeah.
his big role.
his
you know?
big role. I mean, could you imagine like he does
I
it
could do it
again
for him.
and it's like really good? I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see.
He wasn't the problem of the film,
He wasn't ideal.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd have to see it again. It's been a while. Who else? What video
you
game
said
movie adaptations are in the works right now? We got
Last of Us.
Last of Us, Metal
You have
Gear.
him as Joel.
Oh my
God of
god,
War.
I would fuck it. Oh god, I would just shoot myself if that happened. If they Mark Wahlberg as Joel, get the fuck out of here. No, please, God, no.
That would not be a fuck.
Could you imagine? Could you just picture it? Just picture it.
I haven't seen him in anything like dramatic like that. That's the only issue.
He did.
He doesn't
what,
have great.
what was that movie? He was he was like, was it like 13
Oh, Daddy's Home.
hours? Oh, there was Daddy's Home too. There was a movie he was in, not 13 hours. It was another military movie that he was in it. He did pretty good.
Oh,
actually.
Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor. That's it. He was pretty good in that. Generally not a
He
fan
was
of
good in
his.
that, but that
that's
was-
that's not Joel.
yeah, I wouldn't say it showed range.
Yeah.
It was just
Half the time he was
maybe a
rolling around in
soldier.
the dirt, getting fucking shot at. Terrifying.
Yeah.
God, Jim got jacked for 13 hours from the
yeah,
office.
he-
God damn, that just doesn't
That's
feel
true.
right. That doesn't feel right. I enjoyed that
He doesn't
movie.
He
look like
was
Nar-
almost Captain America, you know.
Yeah, could you imagine that alternate universe where that happened? It'd be interesting.
Isn't he being cast for a superhero movie or something? Wasn't it like Nightwing or something like that?
No, that would be so
No
weird.
way.
God, no, get the
No.
fuck out. I love him, but not for Nightwing. He's too old
No,
anyway.
I thought I heard something like that. I don't know who it was.
Superhero. It's Nightwing. I can't take that. Oh my god, don't do that to Nightwing. I mean, I love him as an actor, but no.
Good Nightwing.
Movie.
Who would be a good Nightwing?
He just
Who would
doesn't
be good
look
Nightwing?
acrobatic.
Danny Shepard.
Damn.
There you go.
I don't know.
I mean, we have him as Nightwing,
yeah,
but
he did good. I honestly don't know who I want to play Nightwing because they're moving forward with it, but I can't think of anyone who has like the look and the chops for it.
Yeah, it's got to be someone we don't know about.
Yeah, if it's an unknown, that'd be ideal.
Yeah, that'd be a good
So
idea.
he deserves a good portrayal.
I mean, if you want to dip back into like the Dark Knight trilogy, I feel like
Joseph
fucking-
Gordon-Levitt.
JGL.
Yeah,
No.
I feel like he would.
I mean,
Really?
he's still too. He was even too old in that.
That's true.
Yeah,
He's
he
got to be
was
like
taking up
23.
Batman at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Mhm.
I would. I
don't know,
honestly,
I
if they
thought-
did, if they went back to the Nolan universe and did him as fucking Nightwing, I would be down because that's such a different take on the universe anyway, that it wouldn't be weird.
I think they could pull it off. Like if they said he was like kind of like a continuation of like Batman, you know, like, but he's like Nightwing instead. You know, just
Yeah.
some-
Or like
I
Razi.
think
Batman
that
is
could work.
dead
Azrael.
in the universe,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or is
he
he?
would be a good replacement. I feel like he
To
would
the
have done
public.
a good.
To the public, yeah.
Yeah, because he would have been that Batman character, just slightly different.
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of photoshops of him in like the Nightwing suit, and it doesn't
Trying to
look
figure out
bad.
how that-
I'm racking my head about who I want to play Nightwing because I'll have to get back to that. Maybe do like a whole cast the
don't know.
Nightwing movie, cast the rest of the DCU Bat family. Yeah, it's supposed to be like
I'd say if Tom Holland wasn't already
Tom
Spider-Man,
Holland. That would be
I could see that.
maybe in a few years. Yeah,
Yeah.
but-
I can totally see that. Yeah, that would.
he could be a good Robin just in general. He's just good in general. Just shout out Tom Holland. So let me see. I'm gonna see like fan castings. Who's playing him in the Teen Titans series? Because that's
Oh,
also
the
happening.
Live action one?
Yeah,
I don't know. Is he even in it?
he is. He is.
I know Starfire's in it. Okay, I'm
God.
looking at this guy. Never heard of him. Brenton Thwaites.
Brent.
Oh, Brenton.
Brenton.
He's.
Twaits. There it
If you've
is.
seen the new Pirates of the Caribbean, I think he's like the kid in it.
He's got the look for it. I don't know if he has the chops though. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
he looks good enough for the TV show.
Oh yeah, for the TV show for sure. Is that who it is?
Yeah, I don't. It's definitely not Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, absolutely.
that.
Back to our original topic.
um.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I guess they haven't finalized it yet. Oh no, it did. Okay. Teen Titans cast him as live action Dick Grayson. Yeah, he should be fine
Yeah,
for a show.
yeah, he looks fine.
There's just too many DC shows
I don't
out
know if
right
I'm gonna
now.
watch it, but
There's too many DC shows. This one I would be interested in. Hopefully it turns out well. As long as it's better than the fucking what's the Marvel show that just came out that sucks?
Humans.
Inhumans. God.
Defenders.
No, not Defenders.
Trash.
Inhumans looks so fucking bad. Like I don't even know how that got made. They didn't see it. This looks like just absolute shit.
That was almost a movie too, like a mainline Marvel movie.
It should have stayed that way because it would have looked better than this. But
It would have been better, but like
it would have gotten an actual budget.
I don't give a damn about the Inhumans.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that they were a thing. And so like we saw like the slate of like the next 27 Marvel movies. I was like, what the fuck's Inhumans? And so I looked it up, and I guess Vin Diesel wants to be
Black Bolt is cool,
Black
but-
Bolt, yeah.
we don't need that.
I don't know. That's, the Inhumans. I don't know. They aren't. They don't have any interesting characters as far as I'm concerned. You know, but we don't really need a Inhumans movie or whatnot.
They
Because
got it. They
I
got to
like-
keep milking it for much as it's worth.
I mean, because you know they surprised us with Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's different with those characters because they're a bunch of fun.
They're a bunch of
Yeah,
great
okay.
characters. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
just
And
nobody knew about
they-
them.
They had a good twist on it, you know.
Yeah, and just good chemistry.
mhm. Exactly. I mean, unless if they totally revamp the Inhumans and make it good,
Uh,
maybe.
Marvel doesn't
It's
do
it's
too
too
many
late.
risks. Like, yeah, it's too late. Like they already did it.
hmm
Just like the CGI on the giant dog, just like, it looks so bad.
Oh
It looks
god.
so fucking bad, and like everything just looks like it's like one set, like when they're on like the moon or whatever, and just everything just looks like a fan film. It looks like a fan film.
Trash.
Hmm. Now I'm just looking at Nightwing pictures. All right. Well, this was about Mark Wahlberg. I don't know. We devolved. I can't think of anything in particular. I should have come prepared.
Same here. I have no idea.
Solid Snake.
Do you think?
No.
You're the Metal Gear fan.
No. Do not let Mark Wahlberg anywhere near.
But does he
Metal
have a
Gear.
place? He doesn't have a place in Metal Gear as anyone.
Let me think.
No, I think he could do someone. I
think?
think he could pull an Otacon.
No, he's too old. He's too old and swole for Otacon. Otacon's supposed to be a wimp. He's too big and perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
There's.
Did you like Solidus?
No. Oh God, no. Please.
All this is all kind of fucking cheesy.
It is all cheesy, but it's good cheesy. Mark Wahlberg, not Mark Wahlberg cheesy. And
Wahlberg
Solidus
is good cheesy.
He's good cheesy, but not for Solidus Snake. He's supposed to be like older, a lot older. The guy that should play Otacon, he was in one of the more recent 007s. Was it Spectre? It was the kid. He's not a kid, but like Spectre cast. Let me find him. He would be perfect for Otacon. Is it this guy, Q. The guy that played Q would be a great Otacon. Ben Winshaw.
Ben Winshaw.
Let me look this dude up. Oh wow, yeah.
He nailed
This
it.
is a good looking match.
We need to cast our Metal Gear movie one day. Because I have some thoughts.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, absolutely. He's in. I mean, I legit think he could probably pull off Decoy Octopus, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Sick.
All you have to do is like have like one monologue and then have a heart attack. Like it's not that hard.
That's all his character is.
I can't bring myself to put Mark Wahlberg in anything.
So I'm looking
It's
at
hard.
a list of upcoming video game movies.
Yes.
And how do you feel about Heavy Rain?
Damn.
I actually haven't played Heavy
Hearts.
Rain.
Wait, so they're making a Heavy Rain movie then?
I mean, it's on a list. It doesn't have a date or anything. It's probably just been like.
So it's never coming out.
Yeah, it's probably been rumored at some point. Like.
I can totally see Mark Wahlberg being casted in that. Like
As Ethan, you think?
no, not Ethan. I could kind of see that because Ethan's characters are kind of fucking stupid.
Nice.
He's like, cause what kind doesn't Mark Wahlberg have like an accent? Like, kind of, isn't it New York-ish or what is it?
It's like Boston-ish.
Bostonian, yeah.
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 And they have fucking stupid accents in that game, anyways. But I was thinking of him as like the detective. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ethan
could
might
pull-
be too much of a little like wimpy for Mark Wahlberg.
I totally
God,
forgot about
fucking-
this, but there's actually going to be a move for The Division. I could see
Yeah,
him
I
being
saw
in The
that too.
Division. It's going to be Jake Gyllenhaal, but he could be a supporting member in that. You know what he could play? Have either of you played the original Far Cry?
I haven't.
Not the story.
Okay. The main character in that
Wait, is there?
would be perfect.
So
for Mark
I
Wahlberg.
played. I forget which Far Cry I played, but is it like the same main character until like 2, I guess?
No, they all have different characters. But the character of the first one, I can't remember his it was like something super generic. But there was actually a movie already made. But
yeah, there was.
yeah, and it was just
really bold.
horrendous main character. But Mark Wahlberg would be perfect as this guy because he's like super like buff and stupid. Jack Carver, like the most just generic like protagonist you can get. It's your boy Jack Carver. I'm reading a list of like quote unquote upcoming video game movies. They're just throwing shit out there. Like none of this is confirmed. Oh, Gears of War. I could see Mark Wahlberg in a Gears of War
Wow.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they.
That would work because it's just
Meatheads.
yeah.
That's Mark Wahlberg.
Dude, get him in there.
Wow, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we nailed it with that. Who would he be though? Not Phoenix. Not Phoenix.
No, I don't know if he'd fit into any
He'd just be a dude.
specific role
He'd
that I
just be
could
a
think of,
dude.
Yeah.
I feel like he could pull off a Baird.
I think he could. Yeah.
I feel like he could really
Yeah.
do that.
I feel like he could pull off any of them besides.
God, none of these movies are coming out. Kane and Lynch. Nobody's making a Kane and Lynch movie. Get the fuck out.
He'd
No
be
one.
okay in it, maybe.
Maybe. Mass Effect. Put him as Commander Shepard in the Mass Effect movie. That's never happening.
No.
Mega Man. Put
Well,
him
okay,
as
what
Mega
about-
Man. Oh my god.
Mark Wahlberg is Garrus in the Mass Effect movie.
No.
Could you love him?
No.
No.
I fucked Garrus.
He'll be wearing full prosthetics.
It would probably be
Even
all
then, he couldn't
CG.
do it.
No, he's too good to give it to that. I guess my bias against Mark Wahlberg's coming out. No, not Garrus. He could be like Vega. He could be James Vega. I could see that. So no, he's like Samoan, I think.
As someone who didn't have sex with Garrus,
Dude,
I could see it.
fucked Garrus.
Mark Wahlberg could pull off that buddy.
No, but I mean he
Soldier.
can, but not for him. I could give him maybe like a Caden. No, that's not right either though.
That was like the assassin guy, right?
No, that was fuck. I love this ass. I know who you're talking about. It's been a while. The green one. Yeah, no. I love him. Why can I not get his name? Mass Effect 2 cast. I'm gonna feel so stupid when I realize it because this is like one of my favorite characters. Thane Krios. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't believe I didn't remember that.
I just.
And of course
What
that
about
has
Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs. That's actually not bad. As what's his name?
Aiden Pierce.
Aiden Pierce?
Aiden Pierce. Not a great character to begin with. Can only go up.
Can only go up from there. That's
in
good.
my
That's true. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'd be down with that. I don't have the attachment to Watch Dogs like I do to Metal Gear or Mass Effect, so I'll allow it.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Could you see Mark Wahlberg as like this genius hacker guy?
If he needed to
No.
be, I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, he would do his best. I realistically no, but he would try. You know, he would really put
Try
in the work.
I gotta download this app. I can control the city.
I control the
I
city.
can
The
turn the
cars
lights
roll.
off.
I'm looking in the camera to say hi to your mother for me. Oh wait, I can do it right here because I'm a hacker. Chicago coats. Man.
Yeah.
Who else? I can't not see him as Mega Man. I don't know why. I just saw the Mega Man movie and they just put his face on there. That's
Mega
that's
Man.
never happening. I don't know. They're just throwing out video games. This list is nonsensical.
Yeah.
What Mega Man movie go down? Is it just like some CGI shit?
You know, it'd be CGI. That'd be pretty sweet actually if they did it right. But
Yeah.
of course they wouldn't.
Yeah, if it was good CGI.
There's a great story
I could
there,
see-
but they won't
Yeah.
ever tell it.
Imagine like Phil Lord and Chris Miller doing it like Lego Movie style.
That'd be pretty dope. Because it'd still be like pretty
time.
like it'd be like pretty like kid friendly, but then also
Yeah.
have like that depth to it. I'd be down for
Yeah.
that. That's a really good one. I actually had a topic on the docket, pitch a good video game movie, so we'll probably save that.
Good one.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because I actually have a couple legitimate pitches, like full fledged out pitches. Any other perfect Mark Wahlberg casting decisions?
So you might hate this,
Oh God.
but there's a rumored Witcher movie series. I don't remember.
It's not rumored. It's happening. It's on
No,
Netflix.
It's happening.
Do not.
Geralt
No.
of
No.
Rivia.
No. No. If they cast Mark Wahlberg as Geralt of Rivia, I will immediately cancel my Netflix subscription. And two, I don't know what else would I do. I'd just be angry. No. He could be a good dandelion though. He'd be way too big, but he could do that if anything. Don't put him in this whatsoever, but if you were going to.
I like him as Geralt.
No, why? No, that is like no. This hurts me. This like physically hurts me. Why? What is your reasoning for this? I'm curious.
The hair mostly.
The hair. That's all you need for Geralt.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg can pull off that slick back ponytail.
Super, like, deep and complex character. He just needs the hair. Oh my god. No.
The voice, I don't know about.
The voice would be terrible. Can we get someone to Photoshop this, please?
Yeah.
I can't.
Figure this out.
I can't do it. You just broke me. Mark,
I don't see him pulling. I don't know.
No way.
This wouldn't be good. Because he kind of has that raspy voice, you know.
But not
like another Snake character.
Snake.
But, yeah, I feel like him and Snake to me are pretty similar.
Everyone wants the guy from Game of Thrones as Geralt of Rivia. The
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah, which I kind of see the face for, but there's no way he's gonna do 2 dark fantasy series.
No, yeah, no way.
Be too much.
Also, people want Mads Mikkelsen, which I don't really see. There's like one Photoshop online with him with white hair, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" But
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Not down. How is this motherfucker Geralt? I'm just looking at Mark Wahlberg pictures and I'm like, no.
No?
No, I can't. I don't see it. I can't even try to see it.
Oh, no.
Has Mark Wahlberg done a fantasy movie?
If he has, I want to watch it.
If not, this is his foot in the door.
No, not just The Witcher's too sacred. Not this one.
Don't let him taint it.
I don't think he has done a fantasy movie. He needs to get on that.
Hey, Mark Wahlberg, they're making a Witcher series on Netflix.
No.
Get your guys to talk to their guys.
Oh no.
I'm sure they could use a big name.
The Witcher on Netflix original starring Mark Wahlberg, coming out 2019. They need to hurry up and announce their casting already. Like I'm waiting. I'm waiting on bated breath here. Just Mark Wahlberg and LeBron James might star in a fantasy sports movie. What the a fantasy
Excuse
sport? Me? Mark Wahlberg and LeBron James might star in a fantasy sports movie together.
That's different.
So Mark Wahlberg in a gym together with a couple interesting hashtags. Camera ready, and by the way, a truly.
Wait, are you talking about Space Jam 2?
Potentially. Huh. So apparently they're hanging out. They're hanging out. There's no confirmed things happening. God, that would be weird. Mark Wahlberg in Space Jam.
That was already disturbing.
I feel like that would work way more. I'm trying to think about that just to get it off him being Geralt. I can see it. I can kind of see it. He's not tall though, is he?
No, but he could be a supporting role.
That's true. The comic relief.
Yeah, Bill Murray was in the first one, so I mean, there's room to play around.
I totally forgot about that. He totally was. Huh.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what he could be, and this is another thing where like it could only go up from here. He could be a good Casey Jones in a Ninja Turtles reboot.
Yeah, that would.
He could get the hair. He's got the hair. He's got the biceps.
He's got the voice.
He can rock.
Yep.
You can rock a tank top. Give him a golf club. That's my pick.
All right,
okay, that works.
I'm down. I agree.
Grow his hair out. Just look at, because like man, the Stephen Amell who played him in the more recent Turtles movie was just absolute travesty. Like that wasn't even remotely even a character. That was just Stephen Amell just saying lines. And he wore a mask at one point.
That's sad.
That's like the only.
I like Stephen Amell.
Yeah, he's good. He just was not Casey Jones whatsoever. Yeah, this out of all the things that we've mentioned, this is the only one that I can like really see in my head. Besides,
I totally see it.
Yeah.
Besides, of course, Max Payne 3 again.
Max Payne 3. I mean, he's got to go through Max Payne 2, of course.
Yeah,
but that's where we're gonna really fall in love with him.
Yeah, so he's gonna get the redemption story. We're gonna get another chance at it.
Good.
God. All right, I think we can move on now. So it is time for I Recommend, where one of us recommends to the group something for the audience and ourselves to check out. It can be anything. Last time, Micah recommended to us a little film called It Follows. Very interesting.
Good recommendation.
What do you guys think about it?
You can go ahead first.
So It Follows, I forget when it came out. What, like 2015?
It was 2014.
14? Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I heard about it, but I definitely heard about it around the time it came out. And people were saying like, oh, it's a horror film, but it's not like your not classic, but like your modern day horror film, with all the jumps and like, whatever.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Spooky.
And yeah, it definitely wasn't that. It
wasn't.
It's more of a, I don't know, like a monster-ish movie. Yeah, I compare it a bit to like Stranger Things. I mean, not like plot-wise, but like
well, the guy who did them for Stranger Things also did it for It Follows. So
that's why I love the music so much. Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Wasn't it Disaster Piece?
Yeah, Disaster Piece. That guy.
Okay.
Yep. He did a good job because he also did Fez, that game.
Soundtrack ruled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the track for It Follows. It's just so fucking creepy, Like you just want to look over your shoulder and be like, "Fuck, is it coming after me?" Like I just remember after watching that movie. Like I was at my grandma's house, I was looking at like the sliding glass door, and I was, just like fucking getting all creeped out, middle of the night, like show up. Oh man.
And I think that's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like, and then just that thought of the, whatever it is, like following you, walking speed, like
yeah,
it will follow you. It will reach you. Yeah.
Even if it's slow, like you can run and all that, but it's gonna get you, unless if you pass it on, And even then, like because in that movie, it killed one person, and then right after it went from that person, it went to the person who had passed it on. Like it's just gonna be around.
So you can pass it on without dying. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's just that if
you can.
If the person you pass it on to gets killed, then you are hunted again.
Okay.
Yeah. They kind of messed around with their own like mythology a little bit. Kind of contradicted itself a couple times.
A little confusing. It wasn't bad. It was just like, I need to rewatch this.
Yeah, it's I really loved about half of it. And then, like, as it went into the third act, it kind of fell apart for me. Like, I thought it was like genuinely creepy, like in the beginning and toward the middle. Like the scene where she's at school and like the fucking old lady in the nurse like gown is like following her. Like that shit's creepy. And then I don't know, just the more that it kept going, it just kind of devolved a little bit for me. So I really love the soundtrack. I really think it's a cool premise. I was actually looking up, because after I saw the ending, I was like, what's the ending? Because it's like a super pretentious art house ending. Like, what does it mean? Is it actually the thing or not? That type of thing. And I saw an article by Quentin Tarantino, basically saying like how he would fix it, and I think it would really help. So I'm gonna go just rapid fire through that real quick.
I need to hear this.
Basically, let me see. he was frustrated because he really liked it, but he was annoyed that it like wasn't like great. He thought it was just really good, and that let me try to find like a bullet point version because I don't want to read the entire article. But basically, like he summed it up by like, I really like it, but these few things could be addressed. So he complained. Well, he didn't complain. He criticized that he broke his mythology left, right, and center. Quote, "We see how the bad guys are. They're never casual. They're never just hanging around. They've always got that one look that, like, that scary, like, I'm going to kill you look. And they just always just progressively move toward you. Yet in the movie theater, the guy sees the woman in the yellow dress, and the girl goes, what woman?" And then he realizes, it's the follower. So he doesn't realize the follower's just looking at her. It's like, if they always have that scary look, like, wouldn't he have known it? So just like kind of these little moments where it contradicts itself. And then also, and then this going on with the quote. So the movie keeps going on things like that, not holding on to the rules that it sets up. Like, okay, you can shoot the bad guys in the head, but that just works for 10 seconds. Well, that doesn't really make any fucking sense. What's up with that? And then all of a sudden, things are aggressive, and they're picking up appliances and throwing them to people. Now they're strategizing? That's never been part of it before. I don't buy that the thing is getting clever when they lower him to the pool. They're not clever. And also, and then there's this other thing, like, which I don't know if I agree with. Also, there's this gorgeously handsome geeky boy, and everyone's supposed to be ignoring that he's gorgeous because that's what you do in movies. That kid obviously has no problem having sex with her and putting the thing on his trail. He's completely down with that idea. So wouldn't it have been a good idea for her to fuck that guy before she went into the pool, so then at least two people could see the thing? It's not like she had been tricking him into it. It's what I would have done. I don't know if I agree with that last part. It was kind of weird that he was just like, yeah, I want to have this thing following me. Like, just please, I want to be... I want to be with it. It was weird. And also just like, he was seriously just like firing the gun just like with people in front of him, like all of his friends were there. Like, he shot the girl in the leg at the end part. I was like, what are you doing?
That whole scene like made me uncomfortable, where they're around the pool.
Yeah.
Like, she's bleeding in the water. It's so I just couldn't stand watching that.
Yeah. Head wounds and drowning are like two of like my like movie like cringe things, like,
and electricity. He's throwing like fucking toasters and shit.
Yeah, toasters and shit. That didn't work. Cause
yeah.
there was also the director made a response to the Quentin Tarantino's comments, and like, especially like with the scene, it's like it was on purpose. Like, it was kind of like a Scooby-Doo like kind of way to beat the monster, but it's like, of course that's not gonna work. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the reasoning behind that scene. It's like
I see that. I totally understand that, because it was like a final stand. Oh, we're gonna get him, but in the end, you can't. It's just still gonna come after you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just like high school kids,
They are.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So I appreciate the methodology.
Like, I just love the beginning of that movie. Where it's starting out. Like, you just get right into it. Like, there's that girl, and she just looks like she's tripping out, and her dad's like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, the intro was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then, the next morning, you see her legs all fucked up, broken in half. It's like, oh my god, it's so brutal.
And I really...
It just sets
it sets the tone immediately, yeah. I really appreciate how it established shots, and like, it didn't cut that much. Like, it just, you would have things happening just on this one shot, and that's the thing that is kind of rare now, unfortunately. It's like, a lot of movies are so jump cutty, and I hate that. And I like how it
especially horror movies.
Yeah, especially horror movies. Like, I really enjoyed the cinematography in this one.
It was good. It was, or like the part with like the pool, going over that. Like,
yeah.
Even that was creepy in its own way. Like, it's. Yeah, it sets the whole mood. And what really tripped me out about that movie was, like, I was trying to figure out when that took place. House, like, after that pool scene.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of looked like they're in like a house from like the 70s.
They had like those old TVs.
Yeah. But then there was that who had like a phone that was like a clam.
I was gonna ask about that. Like, is that a phone? Like, I didn't think that was a phone at first. I was like, what is that? But then she keeps like reading stuff off of it. Like, it didn't look like a phone, like, whatsoever.
It doesn't.
It was weird.
It looked like a mirror.
Yeah, it looked like a mirror. It's like, did they not have a phone prop? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because
I don't set in some like.
Yeah.
Alternate future
with clamshell
that
phones, literal clamshell phones.
Yeah.
And the budget was only $2 million,
I
which is crazy. Like they
Mhm.
for not that much money in the scheme of like film budgets, like that's nothing. They were able to do all this. There was
But
only
$2
really
million
one scene that it showed through when they were on the beach and like the invisible like force like it like knocks the pall back and then like it's just like a really shitty looking effect. But that was really the only time I was taken out of it.
But yeah, watching that movie like in HD, like it looks super good, you know, for a budget movie, like only $2 million. Like
Yeah, it looks great.
I mean, who knows what they could have done with even more money than that, you know?
I don't know if
Yeah.
more money would have helped or not, because like it may have
No.
like made them a little bit more overly ambitious. Like with this, it forced them to be minimal, and I think the fact that they're just people like following them is like way more scary than like a a like monster.
Big fucking monster.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
that was way more unsettling to me.
Or even like a little doll or something. Like
Something.
we're tired. We're tired of the dolls. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing
Are
the
they scary? Sometimes, yeah,
Sometimes.
but
there's a lot of
I
dolls
don't need to see
happening.
another doll movie.
there's going to be way more doll movies by the time everything's said and done. But yeah, generally really liked it. I just thought it kind of fell apart in the last bit. Did you guys like the ending? Because it just kind of like cut off. Like I didn't expect it to cut off when it did. It's just like the guys.
No,
It,
I mean, it was
I don't
alright.
know. I didn't expect much.
Yeah.
It's like how do you end something like that? It's like so cyclical. Like it's always gonna just keep happening. Like you can't get rid of this
Yeah.
thing really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because
Once like
weren't they just walking,
Okay.
walking together, and then you could just see it in the background following them?
But the
Like
whole
that-
thing is
that's-
like we don't know if that's it or if it's just a guy walking. That was like the whole thing. It's like come on, like
Oh.
we know it's that. Like we know how we saw how it was walking. Like there's no mystery there. But
but it
think-
could not.
it could not be. Ooh.
Fuck.
I
Think
don't know.
about that cliffhanger.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of I looked apparently there's like a bunch of like fan films of like a sequel for this. It's like I don't
Oh,
know.
shit.
There's it would be pretty dumb to get a sequel to this, but it's
It
It's
was-
very easy for fan films like to be made about this because you need
Yeah.
at the minimum like 2 actors.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And-
just someone dressed up all weird,
Yeah.
following another guy. It was-
And I think just in the sense like just out of but not looking at it like critically as a film, I think it sets like it's a good example of people making low budget movies that can actually like be good and be original and creative.
Yeah, no, it's
And-
something should happen more, and like, it does
Yeah.
happen. They just kind of get fall under the wayside. This one kind of got a lot of popularity. It seems.
Yeah, like this one got pushed, pretty highly and getting a few awards here and there, and I think, yeah, like the fan films that it spawned, and it's just a good creative like catalyst, I think.
Yeah, it's a cool premise, and
A lot of
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say a lot of first time directors usually go for horror movies just because it's you can do it on such a low budget but still be creative and original.
Mhm.
And I was joking around in our group chat about it's like, is this about like STDs? But like, I guess that was a pretty common thing, and it is. The director was like, no, it is not. That's just the creature.
Is it
I mean,
any?
you could kind of take it that way. If
I mean, you
Yeah, you
could.
could take it a few different ways.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, because I guess that thing basically was an STD. you
Yeah,
know?
just a really
The worst-
super fucked up STD.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it was a sexually transmitted, disease.
Sexually
in a way.
transmitted scenario.
Yeah. Sexually transmitted demon.
Yeah. There you go. That nailed it. And like, it never really said that it was like a demon or whatever. It's like up to you to like really decide. It's just like it is
I
coming
mean-
for you. It's implied.
You could get kind of religious with this because I remember my mom telling me, she's like, you know, when you sleep with a person, you kind of share each other's demons. So I don't know. It's kind of dips into that.
Yeah, it's like just like a.
You kind of like your. Yeah.
It's a PSA for abstinence.
Yeah, your problems. That's kind of how I saw it. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't let my mom, you know, see this. Oh, I told you, you know.
I told you so.
You. Yeah.
You'll have an old lady in a hospital gown come follow you.
Didn't it like turn into like the guy's mom and then have sex with him and kill him?
Yeah, that was fun. That's like
Yeah.
really. That's the only time you really saw it like kill somebody.
That was cool. I
was
wish
like,
there
oh,
was more.
it fucks him to death. Yeah, and then it turns into her dad at the end because like you saw like the picture frame of like the whole family, but like you don't really see the dad ever, but it was him. And like she says like she doesn't want to like tell the others who it looks like. So I thought that was kind of cool, but there's a lot here. You probably could see.
Yeah.
You could probably go back again and watch through it and notice things.
There's a lot of great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a couple inconsistencies.
I kind of want to see that director tackle something else. I don't know who it was, but
let me see.
Yeah, it's David Robert Mitchell.
Robert.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like. Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if this is like his shot at horror, like I don't know, give him another. You know, you necessarily aren't the best the first time. I don't know if this was his first movie, but
It was his first like
mainstream
movie.
Yeah, because I'm looking at some other stuff, and it's like, okay, I don't know,
like a cartoon or something.
But yeah, give this guy another shot, and you know, maybe putting some more writers in there, and give him a little bit more money, and see what happens.
Yeah, I'd be totally down. I imagine he's got to be working on something else.
Exactly. Like if he's coming up with ideas like that, I'm sure he has something else in the pipeline. You know, that would be a good watch.
Yeah,
totally
creative people never just have one idea. So any closing thoughts on It Follows?
It's one of the few horror movies, if you even want to call it a horror movie, like one of the few ones that I actually enjoyed, because it wasn't just jump scares and dolls and whatever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold it on the same level as Cabin in the Woods, but it's in that group of movies that I appreciate.
They take the genre and they fuck with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'd recommend this to people who don't really care about horror movies. Just give it a try. It's something interesting to watch. Kind of like it just fucks with your head.
Yeah.
But it's
I don't know.
It won't really scare you in the moment. I wouldn't say.
I know Max was all worried because it was like horror movie. It's like it's not scary. It's just disturbing more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy. I'm trying to find like another way to describe it genre wise, but like it's kind of just being lumped into horror. So I guess it's just unique horror. I don't know.
You could say it's like some horror subgenre or something. Just super creepy.
Indie horror. I don't know.
Indie
I'm
horror,
sure
yeah.
These big horror fans have a word for it, but I'm not one of them.
Because I know, like, the first Saw movie, that was also an indie movie. That I think they made it off also 2 million, or like, I don't think it was even that, like $1 million.
Yeah, it was really low budget.
First Saw movie was great.
Really low budget.
But then after 6-7 sequels, should chill out.
And they're not even done yet.
But coming out with the newer one, right? Jigsaw. Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't want to think about that.
They kind of did that to death. But, oh well, they're making it.
So as we mentioned earlier, I'm going to recommend on behalf of people who have actually seen it that we watch the South Park episode with apologies to Jesse Jackson. It is the one with the Wheel of Fortune. And,
yeah, that's what it's called.
So I had to find it. So you said it's on Hulu. So if you are a college student, get that Spotify and Hulu discount, and this
a free trial.
And a free trial. Yeah, absolutely. You can just use that up. It doesn't have Seinfeld too on there. So I mean,
yeah, it does.
There's two excuses right there.
Plus.
And MasterChef.
And
I mean, the current
oh
season.
shit, there's MasterChef too. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like I'm gonna be giving Hulu a little bit of a shot. So this has been episode 9 of Gridlife Digest. Thank you so much for listening. You can head over to gridlifedigest.com to see everything we post and consider subscribing on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. Hopefully, I can upload on time. It's been an issue this last couple weeks. I apologize, and we'll be back next Wednesday with another conversation. Thank you so much for listening. Once again,
Episode 10.
Episode 10. We're gonna do something special, hopefully, or not. I don't know. We'll try.